Hi everyone, thank you for being here in this pick a card reading. Um, I was going to do the fire sign, water sign, and earth sign readings, but for some reason, I'm being guided to do the pick a card instead. Okay, so I do what I'm guided to do, and I feel that Spirit wants me to do this reading today. So please take a look at the four choices. And certainly it's okay to choose more than one. You could choose all of them, or you could choose one in particular. So take a moment to take a look at the choices. Don't think about it too much. Just choose what you're drawn to, and that will be a message for you. Okay? So I believe Spirit wants us to be interactive and for you to practice using your intuitive guidance. Please take a moment um, to make your choice, and then I will put the timestamps in and the messages to follow. Okay, thank you so much, and God bless. Hey everyone, thank you for participating in this pick a card reading. I was going to do the readings by element, and I did do the air signs reading, but I just feel led to do this pick a card, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to do what I'm led to do, and that way everything that comes through in spirit, right? By spirit. And because, as I always say, this isn't about me. This is about all of us. All right, so if you picked pile number one, I've already prayed over these cards that have picked us or picked you. And so I am stepping aside to let Spirit come through with these messages. And while I was shuffling, I was hearing, I was feeling an energy surrounding career, okay? So surrounding a position, a career, some money. And so as I was feeling into that, I noticed that the cards that were coming out were pointing to that. And so the first one out is navigating by the stars, okay? So I feel a strong energy, a strong presence of one ring circus, or doing this alone, right? I feel like some of you have been on this journey trying to make things happen for yourself, but you haven't really given Spirit a chance. You haven't given the universe a chance to kind of be your friend, your ally, your to allow your creator to open up this path for you. You haven't allowed that. It's been there and it's on your path, but you kind of have been doing this alone. So Spirit says, listen, look to the stars, okay? For some of you, literally meditate under the stars and feel the presence and feel the energy of the cosmos, feel the energy of the universe. Allow this energy to come in, to step in, and to assist you in opening up to co-pilot, to co-create on this path of yours. I feel that whatever position you've been in, you've done a really good, you've mastered your job. You've become the master of whatever it is in your position. I feel like it's a position in maybe a financial setting, like maybe a financial corporation or something. I feel like it could be something surrounding trading, like day trading or stocks or something, maybe Wall Street related. Yeah, I feel like maybe stock market, or it could be a lending company. But I feel like whoever this is, you've really excelled and beyond at your job. And you've done everything you can. But there's no more, you can't really take it further. And so you've come into this place where you feel very satisfied with what you've done, but also now you're starting to get a little bored, because well, you've created this beautiful position for yourself. I feel like you've come to a milestone maybe. And now in this milestone, I feel like um, need to reinvent yourself, or maybe you need a new, fresh start. Not necessarily staying in this position, because I feel like some of you are going to be moving on. And that makes you a little bit nervous, but at the same time, you want this new, fresh challenge, right? I feel that you have been in the spotlight for a while because, your bosses, your managers, whatever, your peers, they look to you because you've done such a good job. But I also feel that you're ready now for change, all right? I feel that now, navigating through the stars, through the cosmos, through the universe, you're ready to allow yourself to co-create in this path of yours. I feel like you are ready to excel, and it's almost like you've thought about it. You've thought about starting over, but then you're like, because I've created myself a position here where I'm kind of in the spotlight. I'm recognized. I feel like this is fire energy. I feel like there could be a little bit of Leo in there. It could be Aries, where you have been top dog there, right? For a while. And the thought of starting over is kind of like, ooh, I'm not going to be the top person anymore. Now I have to start over and prove myself. So, yeah, listen. Here's what Spirit says. Get ready, because there's something on the horizon. A movement, a job offer, a recognition for a job well done, but it's almost also like wrapping up the time that you've been where you are, and leaving on a really good note, okay? So I do feel that some of you are going to be moving on to another position. I do feel you're going to get a job offer, but it's different. It's in the financial world, I feel, but it's not what you're used to. Again, this is a position that, look, Spirit says, look, you have the tools that you need. Everything is going to be provided for you, right? You've got food, I'm hearing the wind in your sails, okay? So you've got this opportunity. You know what I'm hearing too? You know how the phrase, your ship has come in? See these little sailboats out there? Those are those are stepping stones, sort of, to your big ship, the Titanic, so to speak, right? So everything that you need is here for you to get to that place, for your next journey, the next project in your career, right? So I feel like for some of you, there is a person that is really highly, speaks really highly of you to colleagues or whoever, and someone is wanting to offer you a position because they're creating, I feel like they're creating a new team or a new position somewhere. I feel like the team, they need, you're that puzzle piece to complete that team. That's what I feel. Now, this could be a bit uncomfortable for you because you are used to being kind of your own person, your own, king of the hill, so to speak. But this is more of a team collaboration. And being part of that team, it's kind of like a dynamo team. Everybody kind of just really, they add their own value, and all of those pieces together create this really amazing team, okay? So I feel like you're kind of going to go, I am used to working on my own. I feel like, I don't want to share the spotlight with anyone. I've worked too hard for that. But I feel like this is sort of one of those opportunities where you can't pass it up. You can't pass it up. And you won't. I feel that you will accept this position. It could change things. It could change your hours. It could change some different things. But you're needing to stir up the pot anyways, because it's become kind of a humdrum, what's next type of thing. So Spirit is saying, listen, get ready. You've got everything you need. When you open up and you allow yourself to be the co-creator here, a world of opportunity opens up for you. You're ready for this. You are so ready for this. You may not think you are in the beginning, but you will. You will. You'll know. It'll come in. And I do feel like this is going to be, you're not going to lose money on this. I feel like it could be more lucrative. It could be more lucrative. It could be lucrative in a fulfillment type of sense too, like fulfilling, right? So I feel like you're expanding your horizons here. You're sort of coming out of that box, that, safety net that you were in for so long, that you excelled at. But it's out, you've outgrown it. See how this guy looks bigger than the box almost? Well, at least I think he is. I feel like you've outgrown this position, this career, the position that you've been in. And you're taking all that you know, the wisdom, everything that you've learned, you're taking it with you on that path. You see that path, how it goes out and then there's a sailboat? Yeah, that's your path. You're heading out for new ventures and new horizons. Something is much needed here. A shift, a grand shift is what I'm hearing Spirit say, a grand shift in your career. This reading is more about career than it is anything else, because you've been wrapped up for a while in some romantic issues in your love life, and you're just like so tired, it's taken away some of your focus, and now that you're coming back into this place where you're like, I matter and my career matters to me. And so I've had enough of this BS with the other thing going on in your life. And so you're moving forward now, okay? You're not willing to give it as much of your time anymore. Whatever situation you're in your romance life. So now you're really pouring everything into reinventing or making change in a something in your career path, okay? You want to dive into that because you've had enough of the other. It's just, you can't. It's taking too much of your energy. It's taking away from your, the beautiful, successful, that drive to be the one who shines at work, in your career. You're gonna, okay, I'm feeling some people coming in the career sector that really make a difference, that can really help you in your career. I feel like they are in higher positions. And yeah, so I feel like these people, whoever it is, they're coming in and they're going to be part of your career change, okay? See, look. Support is all around you. These people, whoever it is coming in, I feel like this is part of a team, but it's not just spiritual team. This is the physical people that are going to support you. One of them is your current either manager or someone that you know that's in a management position, and they're going to help you, and they want to see you reignite that fire that they saw before all of this mess that you've had to deal with in your personal part of your life, okay? They want to see you excel, and they feel for you, they care for you, and they know, without, maybe you didn't tell them, but they know that you have been through an ordeal and that you need something to recharge your So to recharge your energy, yeah, a new community of people, work related. Okay, this is more work related, more professional, but you're gonna take off. You're gonna excel again. You're gonna be happier again. I feel like you were bogged down before with your personal life, and you weren't able to fully enjoy yourself as that successful professional and expert in what you do in your career. You were bogged down. So, you know, the universe steps in and is like, this isn't who you are. Let's get you to a place where you're happier, more fulfilled, and have this beautiful alignment with what it is that you see, who it is that you are, your very essence. Successful. I see wealth. I do. I see I actually, this isn't romance, this is career, but I see somebody else coming in. I do see a male, and I feel that this person is someone with a special connection to you, okay? So I'm not sure, I'm not going to go into a romance reading, but I feel it's a special connection. So there's going to be something that develops there, but it's like a win-win situation, and they're very, very fixated for some reason on you in a healthy way, not anything weird, but because I see coins all around you, and it's time for you to move forward, okay, away from the other crap that was going on, and more into your career. Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like you put aside things long enough and you've had it. And I feel like this fire energy, whoever you are, could be like, it could be Leo, it could be Aries. I feel like you, but I also feel, it's interesting because I also feel a water sign here. I also feel Scorpio, or is Scorpio water? I think Scorpio is water. I feel Scorpio here, Scorpio energy, very motivated to succeed and move forward. And let me tell you something about that. You, whoever, whatever energy this is, you don't give up. You have that strong will, and you do not give up. You keep moving forward. You always, that's who you are. If this doesn't work, I'm trying this. If that doesn't work, I'm trying that. That's why I said in the beginning, navigating by the stars. So now you're realizing you need to count on the universe. You need to be a co-pilot with the universe, a co-creator with your divine creator, right? So I feel that scorpionic energy, but I feel the success of Aries, and that fire energy. So here, see, look, you're a leader naturally, and you don't back down. In fact, sometimes people don't dare to come up against you because you have that much passion, you have that much energy, you have that strong will to never lose. And so that can be really good, but sometimes it's not so good because you could push people away. So here Spirit says, I'm trying to teach you, I'm trying to show you to be in that space with your, I'm hearing elders, okay, with your elders. And I feel like that's more of a wise ones, like a spiritual team that wants to help you to be a bit more humble, to be a bit more, a bit less me, and more team, okay, teamwork. But you are a leader. You're a natural leader. And so others do look to you. But you've got to have that humility too. So the universe is saying, let's go here. Let's bring that torch with you, okay? Don't let it die out. The other stuff is done. It's got to be put away. Now, you've got to move forward. and you have to give it your focus, right? Let's get this thing in balance, because your eggs have been in too many eggs have been in one basket, and it has tipped the scales in a less than positive way because of some personal things. Like I said, I keep coming back to the personal stuff that was going on in your life. So it's time for you to step up as that leader. And I feel like the wise leader here is your divine creator, is the universe, right? And the universe is like, come on, you don't back down, you don't lose. So let's get you out of this rut that you've been in and get that, energy back up to full throttle. All right. So yeah, Archangel Gabriel comes in and he says, it's time to take the next step, guys. Right? So this is manifestation. This is your ship coming in. This is your where your energy goes, your energy, your soul speaks to you and says, listen, you can't hold me back anymore. You've got to get back to who your true essence is. And you're a fighter. You're a winner. You are a dynamo. You are this energetic being that really doesn't take no for an answer. Okay? It's time for you to move in the direction that is going to bring you to a more balanced place, right? Yeah, I feel like I feel for the most part that this is in a corporate position, in a financial position. For some of you, I feel like this is your dream that you're moving towards, such as fashion, like designer or fine materials, right? If you see this woman here, I feel like she's finally coming into her own, what is her niche or niche. She hasn't dared to come forward as a designer or somebody who creates beautiful clothing. I'm hearing linens. Someone has this beautiful talent, right? Skill to make your own way with this, with the guidance, but to make your own. I feel like it's custom made clothing or something beautiful. And because she's represented here as a woman in this beautiful dress, I feel like she's like, maybe her fashion is geared towards women, right? Yeah, so I'm feeling that coming to fruition. Somebody's been dreaming of it. Like, could I ever make it? Because you just know. You know how to create beautiful things. But you haven't found a way to make that happen. But so that's why Spirit said, when you open up and you allow yourself to navigate by the stars, beautiful things can be illuminated. Beautiful doors open up. So Archangel Michael is here too, right? Listen, I asked when I was meditating over the cards and I was shuffling, I said, please give us an advice card, okay? And so Archangel Michael came in, of course, and he says, you know what? The situation you're in right now, that's not you anymore. It was, and it was, you were good with that for a while, but it's time for change. It's time for something new. It's time for something more exciting, to renew you, to reinvent you, to have that natural high of being successful and grabbing the attention of others. This is where the Leo comes in, the Leo energy of grabbing that attention from others, the praise, the accolades, right? I feel like fire energy. Yeah, I feel the fire energy in this right here, this advice. Like I said, I feel Leo really wanting that praise again, because your whatever job you've been in, whatever position that is, you were great at it, but there's nowhere else to go. So now you're craving something new. You don't necessarily want to leave your job because you've been the top person there, and now you'd have to start over and not be the top person for a while anyways. But Archangel Michael says it doesn't serve you anymore. It just doesn't. You're coming into a new you. Like I said, leaving behind BS that was in your life for a number of years regarding your relationship, whatever that might have been. And you're done. You don't want to put any more energy into that. Number one, you're exhausted and you're just done. So however that plays out for you, I feel like there's something coming in regarding change in all areas, mostly career. And you're starting to put your everything into career again so you can move forward. So you can leave behind, however that is, you're going to leave behind that old crap that you went through. You've given it more than enough of your time, and it took away something from you. But Archangel Michael says it's no more. That's not who you are, okay? And it could have been a disappointment. You could have been disappointed in someone, hurt by someone, felt betrayed by someone. But now, you don't want to live in that anymore. It's time for you to, to make yourself happy. And to stop feeling as if that other persons, or whatever situation it was, it's time to stop waiting for them to make a decision about something, or it's time for you to stop waiting for them to sort of make it up to you. Because I feel like you feel it's too late, right? Like, you know what? I'm done. I can't put any more into this. And this isn't a romance reading. This is in relationship to being true to yourself and allowing yourself to flourish again. Coming out from under the thumb of, hurt and pain and betrayal and anger and resentment and whatever. Jealousy, maybe. And it's time to stop giving it your energy now. It's done. Put a fork in it. Take the hard right or hard left, whatever it is, and move on. You have a lot to offer. Some business, some company, whoever you are, in the corporate world, in the financial world, this great success and advancement is waiting for you. And the fashion world I picked up on, whoever it is, you're needed, okay? And I know that to some fashions, like whatever fashion, but people need to feel special right now, okay? And so I feel like your creativity and your passion is needed to create some beautiful things. I also feel like you're going to donate stuff. The stuff that you make, that it's beautiful. Like, I feel you're going to donate some clothing to people who, maybe women in support groups or something like that, who have lost their shine, who have let their light dim, right? Who have been in situations that made them feel ugly or not worthy. So you're coming forward with these beautiful creations, and I feel that you might be donating something, like either a shelter for battered women, or I don't know, you're creating something. But Archangel Michael says, you have to let go of what was before and allow yourself to flourish into this beautiful creative person, to create this beautiful path, career path for yourself. It's time. I don't think you're going to be able to hold back anymore. I feel like with this new moon that just passed, it is a renewal, okay? Or you might want to call it birth, birthing of something new. So here we go, Archangel Michael says, here we go. We are on this path together, all right? And you are approaching it. I have these little, also I drew some Lenormand cards here. You're approaching it with childlike wonder, right? And you have all these ideas in your head. And you're in this magical place right now where whatever you touch and whatever it is that you need to go forward on this path, all you have to do is ask. Because it's right there. It's right there. This is like a magical place. See the castle? Castles are kind of magical, right? Disney World, for example, with their castle. I'm sure all kids want to go there. They want to be in that castle, right? Because it's like, it's a dream. It's magical. So that's what I feel with this energy. For those of you who are moving on in your careers, it's good movement, guys. It is. You have to be able to trust that the universe is here. And I see all the signs pointing to it. Because look what we have here. These are 4-leaf clovers, right? And I like the number 2 here because the 2 represents your divine creator and yourself. Alignment. This is beautiful energy, beautiful blessings coming in to support you in this move, this career move, advancement. Those are the 2 areas I picked up on the most, was in the financial world and the designer, like clothing designer, some kind of design. And if this resonates with you, it isn't necessarily just about career and fashion design. However this resonates with you. But that's the main things I was picking up on. And so the blessings are here. The 4-leaf clover, people would see that as a good luck. And you can call it luck. I call it blessings. I call it the universe bringing in what's overdue for you. I feel almost overdue. I shouldn't say that because everything is in divine timing. But I feel like this is time for you to be happy, okay, and to move forward. Like I said, it's a revitalization, right? At your core, at your soul. The very essence of you to be revitalized and to harmonize with your universe. You are your universe. You are a piece of the great big universe. And so it's time for you. This is the 5, the change, right? 5 is change. And so Spirit says it is time for you to change. Yeah, it's time. I'm looking at the numbers here. A 5 is change, and 7 and 5 is 12. So if 12 means anything to you, it's 1 and 2. I believe it is. I believe 1 and 2. All right, so I believe it is 1, the divine creator, and 2, the unification, the coming together, the union between you and God, or your divine creator, okay? This whole, and I feel like this career shift and change is aligning, coming together. See? Look. Now look. This card here, I feel like this is upward movement. That's what I'm hearing. Upward movement. See how the sun comes in? And you're leaving behind. You're growing. See how one of the storks, I think it's a stork, is smaller than the other? That's you growing. That's you moving onward and upward. That is you with the help of the sun energy, okay? With the help of your divine creator to help you move, to help you on your way to that success. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, and know that your divine creator is here. The path is open for you. You just needed to step up, and you needed to step aside and allow yourself to be a co-creator here, okay? Because you guys in this energy I'm feeling, you can really go full throttle into something, but you're missing that one thing, and that is the hand of the divine creator. Okay? The spiritual part of this. Allow the universe. Allow the help of your divine guides to assist you on this journey. Thank you very much for being here. God bless. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. If you chose pile number 2, you are here because you were guided and your intuitive told you this is the message for you. So I have prayed over, shuffled, and allowed the cards to pick us for whatever message is here, and Spirit is here to come through with whatever this is for you. Please take how it resonates with grace, with love, with appreciation. And please leave what doesn't with gratitude. And so I will, with that, let Spirit come through and guide us as to what this message is for us. And thank you, Spirit, for coming in. Thank you, guides, for being here. Right off the bat, I feel the energy of Kuan Yin. It's the energy of compassion and love. I feel that there's a lot of air sign energy here. A lot of Libra here in this message. It's not just for Libras. I'm saying that's the kind of energy that's here. The kind of energy that's balanced. I feel like these two balance each other out. So I'm feeling the energy of Kuan Yin, who's here to say, see through the eyes of love. See through the eyes of compassion. And in seeing through the eyes of compassion, through love, you're creating a balance within yourself, within a relationship. But it's not just it's not throwing out how do I say this? You've worked hard to create a balance within yourself, to grow and to be strong, and to know where your boundaries are, to know what your limits are, but in the spirit of love, not in any other way. And Kuan Yin says this is the only way, right? So there's a joining here, there's a union between, I feel like it's a union between yourself, but it's also with your divine creator, within your truth, okay? So I feel like you've been, in the past, maybe you've compromised your own integrity. You've compromised your self-worth to put everything into something that was not balanced, okay? And because you're that kind of person, whoever you are, not necessarily Libra, but I feel that energy. I feel that air sign energy. And you've been giving to the point where you've become unbalanced. So to me, this almost feels like balancing of the scales, right? That's why I said I feel that Libra energy. I feel like it's a union or a reunion of I feel like friendship. okay? Like something that was, maybe there was a falling out, or maybe there was a, you know, you didn't see that the friendship was balanced. And so it kind of fell apart. But I feel like there is a forgiveness here. There's life. Now, this is not just about, I feel like there's something else coming in with this too. I feel like this could be with someone who passed. Like someone who has passed and is coming back to, through your dreams or through messages, through messengers, whatever, through a reading, whatever it is. I feel like this person that's coming back into your life from the spirit world, and their energy is kind of coming in because something wasn't settled. Something kind of fell apart and there was no resolution. Someone was very hurt by this and disappointed. And so this reunion here is about forgiveness. Okay? But in that process of reunion, there is a really huge balance coming in. Like it's a balance. I don't know. I say huge because it's much needed. Okay? And even though this person, either here on this plane or someone that has passed, is not going to, it's not going to be the same as it was. The relationship will change because it has to. Because the old stuff, whatever was there before, that toxic energy has to leave so that new, fresh energy can come in. And whether or not you reestablish this friendship or this, connection with someone, the balance and forgiveness has to be there. It has to happen. Forgiveness isn't about, I forgive you, let's be friends again. Forgiveness, a lot of times forgiveness is about allowing yourself to move on, right? Allowing yourself to move past the hurt, pain, disappointment, and not even necessarily to say it's okay for what you did, or it's okay to welcome you back, because I feel like this was toxic, and I feel like one of you, your energy, I feel like you were close, but because the energy wasn't balanced, the two of you went your separate ways. I don't think you went your separate ways in peace either. That's why Kuan Yin is here. And she's like, this is time to forgive. Because this journey, love is at the core, and love is the answer. So whether that's loving yourself and letting yourself move past all of that and not hanging on anymore to something that was hurtful words or a hurtful action by this person, it's time for you to move on, because there's so much more on this journey for you, and you can't take that with you going forward. Okay? I do feel the energy of someone who has passed, and they want you to forgive them. It's important that you forgive them. That's what I'm feeling. It's a great energy of release. The anger is what I'm hearing. Release the anger. And so this person who is in another plane now wants to share that message, to say, I'm so sorry. If I had known then what I know now, I would have seen the imbalance, and I would have behaved differently. But they are where they are on that plane. They've forgiven themselves, because where that person, I feel like he's a male. I feel like he's a male, and so wherever he is on that plane, wherever he is in the next life, next chapter in his life, that isn't here, he's saying we can have forgiveness. We can move on. Because I see now clearly. Yeah. But I feel him, I feel like there's this energy of, okay, so this may not make sense to some of you, but some of you it might. Let's break bread together. I feel like there was some sort of interest in cooking or something like that. So I feel this person's energy, and they're coming through saying, let's find something that connected us or that connects us so we can find that forgiveness and so we can move forward. Yeah, Kuan Yin says, you do what feels right in that, in forgiveness, whatever that was, whatever that connection was. Remember those good things, okay? And so there's a gentle spirit, a gentle energy here. This person who's in a wedding gown represents commitment, okay? And so Spirit says there's a commitment here. And I feel there's a commitment to love, okay? All right. So bear with me while this comes in, because I feel as if this gentleness is needed now, okay? To start over. Okay, so the reason why this card picked us is because it's a purification that's been happening, that's coming in for you. It's a purification to forgive, to move forward in love. And again, it's not necessarily a physical reunion with someone. It's not necessarily a wedding, a traditional wedding, or a real wedding in real life. This, I feel, is more like a purified energy, okay? And so I'm just going to say, as it comes in, moving away from toxicity and moving into more purified energy. Cleansing, right? A cleansing. Like a whitewashing. A removing removing the shadows, what was in the shadows. Could have been secrets or lies, or it could have been deceit, or it could have been hurtful words. Whatever it was, whatever darkened your light spaces within you, has to be purified now. And you have to come into this gentle energy, much needed for you. I feel this sense of rough seas and then hitting calm water. That's what I feel. Like it's been rough, it's been choppy, It's been up and down, like roller coaster ride. Some of you have been in like I said, a friendship or relationship or something where it's been up and down, too much, high and low, and not enough balance. It's because someone hasn't forgiven the situation. Someone hasn't forgiven, maybe even themselves. Okay? It's time for gentleness. It's time for purification. I feel like those white, are those doves? I think they're doves. Those white doves represent peace. It's time to be in peace now. Okay? So, whatever situation you were in, or whatever falling out you had, it's time to come to peace within yourself. Thank you, Spirit. I felt that. I really felt that coming out of I felt like that was like coming out of the dark. See, this, adventure card, okay? Look what you were trying to drag That's the Leaning Tower, right? Of Pisa. I feel like you were, like it was a big burden, right? And I feel like it was something that you, but I also feel like it's a tower, like a tower moment, a realization, right? And you can't do it yourself. You can't make that tower fall. You have to wait for divine timing. But this is about you being burdened with something, right? The heaviness of this, the immovability. Well, she's got like a chain or something there, right? I think. Yeah, so I hear Spirit say, look, you're embarking on a new adventure now, but you can't do it unless you let go of that. That's too much for you. It is too much of a burden. You got to let go of the inner feelings of, I hear inadequacy, not feeling good enough. You may have been in a situation where you were the person that you were either friends with or whatever. They could have been gaslighting you, or they could have been manipulating you somehow, and it was a burden for you. Or you could be in a situation where you were the one that was manipulating someone, and you need to forgive yourself. This adventure card, typically it could be about travel, right? It could be about travel. But I feel like this is not, in this case, it's not about you getting on a plane and going to France or Italy or wherever it is that you would take a trip to. But I feel in this case that this is like the heaviness, like you're waiting for something to release itself. But in waiting and doing so, it's not going to happen without your permission. So you have to let go. You have to let go. And you have to take a chance that this will fall or it won't. But you have to pay attention to what it is that you need to do. Kuan Yin says forgiveness. Forgiveness. And that brings you to freedom. That brings you to this place where peace comes in and where you can move forward. And yes, this might be a painful experience, but it is needed. Pain isn't something that we wish to endure. And I recently lost somebody. I can't talk about it. This isn't about me. But I know that the pain that you have to face when you're grieving can be unbearable. It can be so consuming. But it's necessary. It's necessary. We have to go through and we have to feel pain sometimes in order to get to this place of freedom, of healing. I feel like this person, whoever you are, you want that freedom, but you're afraid to face the pain. You're afraid that anger will well up again or resentment. But I feel like when you open that gate to allow freedom in, you have to let those things pass through so they can go away. Can't keep them bottled up. Okay? You have to open up so you can experience true love. Love within yourself. Right? Forgiveness so you can feel love completely, either within yourself or with someone else. Because once you get to that place of freedom, you allow yourself to move into that place, in that space. This is what you will experience. The love, rather than the anger, resentment. And that opens the doors to beautiful, beautiful path ahead for you. This is not a romance reading. It is a love reading in a sense that Kuan Yin and her energy here is about compassion and love. And to do what's right for you so you can move forward. Okay? Truth. You haven't fully seen the situation. In full truth, you've looked at the parts that hurt you. The parts that betrayed you or deceived you. You haven't seen the situation as it truly is. Because if you did, you would see the truth. The truth being whatever it is for you. Bringing yourself into that truth and being able to face everything. Right? So you can bring yourself to freedom. Freeing yourself from this past, whatever it was. And I feel that whoever this is, you're opening yourself up to truth to see your involvement in this as well. And for some of you, to stop feeling like a victim. And to turn that around as a learning experience. Okay? And yes, some of you were treated poorly. But it's time to step away from that. It's no longer, it doesn't serve you to stay stuck in that victimization, that feeling of being a victim. Okay? Kuan Yin says, see this for the truth in its entirety, not just the pieces that are easiest for you. See the truth. See who you are. And see how free you can be when you move away from all of that. And moving away from toxicity, not just from the other person, but from what energy has been toxic inside of you. I do feel like some of you will reunite with a friend. And you will come back together. But it will be more mature this time. You will be able to forgive and move forward. For some of you, like I said, this is someone who has passed and wants to. I don't feel like forgiveness could have happened when this person was here on this plane. I feel like the forgiving and moving forward had to happen after they left. Okay? But it's not too late. They may not be here in the flesh, but their energy is here, big time. And so what they want you to know is that it's okay to forgive now. It's okay. It's okay to move forward. It's okay. You know? Don't feel guilt. Don't feel any of those low energies, because everything happens for a reason. This person that passed wants you to know that all that matters is love. And Kuan Yin says, see it through the eyes of love. And then the darkness fades away. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. And thank you, Spirit, for being here. This is a beautiful lesson, beautiful opportunity to forgive and to move forward into freedom. God bless you all. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. If you picked pile number 3, Spirit is here to give you a message as you were intuitively guided to this place. And so I have prayed and meditated over and asked for guidance over this message. And as you know, as I always say, these cards I never step in and pick them myself. Spirit always guides and they pick us. So this message pile number 3, this message is specifically for whoever is intended to be here, okay? And so I'm going to step aside and let Spirit come through with whatever messages are here for you. And so Spirit comes in and he says, if you notice though, I don't know if you've listened to any of the first two, there's a balance that's needed here. Okay, this is a theme right now, I think. There is a much needed balance, right, coming in. And I feel like you need to be grounded, right? I feel like you need to be grounded. You need to, okay, I'm going to say it like it is. Please don't get offended. Come off your high horse, right? That's what is coming in. And I feel like it's a kind of an earthy energy, you may have been too hoity-toity. I'm just going to say it, okay? In your thought process, in your maybe unrealistic expectations, and you are overthinking something, and it's creating an imbalance. So Spirit comes in to say the keeper of the scales is here. And so that energy of balance is here for you to give you an opportunity to move forward. I feel like you've been stuck, okay? Because you've been thinking and overthinking, and before you know it, a lot of time has passed. And you can't quite move past something. It's because you're imbalanced. You're thinking of something, a scenario this way, a scenario that way, something that you can't figure out why it hasn't worked for you. Why can't I just move past this? Why can't I just move? What is not working? You're overthinking, okay? So Spirit says, let's ground you. You need some grounding. You need some breath work. You need to take a few breaths, okay? In and out. Close your eyes. In fact, let's do this for a sec, okay? Let's just close our eyes for a sec. And it's almost like a chalkboard with a bunch of words on it, and you have to erase it. You have to forget everything, and you have to allow yourself to show up for your own self without all the gibberish going through your head. You have to show up and allow your guides to come in and to work with you in moving you into this beautiful place where there's no chaos in your head. Okay? So Spirit comes in and says, the keeper of the scales is here. Let's get this thing balanced. Let's get you balanced so you don't have to be caught up anymore in the chaos in your mind, okay? And so I feel this, it's interesting because this morning when I woke up, I felt the energy of native energy, okay? Very earthy energy. And I felt this native come in. I saw in my visual, in my, when I was meditating, and before that, I felt the energy of a native, I don't know if you would say Native American, but like a chief energy, right? Someone who, yes, like a chief, a leader of a tribe. And so as I saw him and I feel his energy, he says in order to be a leader, whether it's, in the physical, being a leader, or with yourself, you have to have balance. You can't overthink things. In order to make fair and just decisions, you have to be in balance with yourself, all right? You have to be able to be open to see. I was feeling a sense of looking to the sky. And he says, look to the sky. When you look to the sky, do you see clouds just as clouds? Or do you see the possibilities of all different shapes and sizes? And he says, be open to the Be open to all possibilities and allow yourself to move into balance so you can make decisions, okay? And you're not just focused on one thing, one outcome. You're able to see the beauty and the options, right? And not stress over them, but to be able to see them as all beautiful possibilities. And to know that when you open up to those possibilities, the right one presents itself. And you don't have to struggle so much. And whatever it is that you've been struggling with, as far as decision making and the next step forward, it's a practice. Okay, so I feel this earth energy, this chief, and he says, it doesn't have to be a battle, right? The best battles are won in peace, right? So if you can allow yourself to open up to the right decision, the right path, allowing your guides to show you, allowing your intuitive to lead you and guide you, your inner compass, you don't have to stress. You don't have to pace the floor up at night wondering what's the right move, what's the right decision. And when you do that, you block your energy, you block your intuitive, you block your guides and your internal compass. You shut the door on that natural intuitive guidance. Practice breathing. Even if you're not, so what I'm trying to say is, meditation isn't about, let me meditate, please don't let thoughts come in my head. It's about opening yourself up to relax into your breath work, to let your body naturally and your mind naturally release all the chaos, okay? To envision your chaotic thoughts, and you've gotten so used to having so much chaos in your head, overthinking, that it has just filled up and blocked the flow of energy that brings you to balance, grounding, being grounded. And so I feel this chief energy. I feel the energy of the earth, of the sky. I feel that energy trying to align with you. So take a walk or go outside and just look at the clouds or look at the sky. Breathe in, breathe out. And accept the invitation to align your energy with the earth, with the sky, with the sun, with the moon. Allow yourself to feel the grass beneath your feet, the sand between your toes. Allow yourself to feel the beauty and the energy that comes in to create balance and harmony. Body, mind, spirit, right? Alignment. And so Spirit says, look, okay? Spirit communication is here. Pay attention. This, I believe this energy here, I feel like there's an energy of winged creatures, right? Birds, bird energy, the communication. If you ever notice, and when you wake up, you probably hear birds outside your window or something. You hear them squawking loud, and some of you might get irritated because you're like, come on, let me go back to sleep. You're interrupting my sleep. But I feel like when you hear them next time, communicate with your energy. I'm not saying, let's have a conversation with a bird, but I'm saying feel into that energy and know that we all have the same we all have core energy that we can relate to each other, that we can share. And it's okay to feel good about that earth energy to come in and sort of offer itself to you. It's okay. Pay attention and listen, because sometimes I feel like animals, whether they're spirit or not, spirit animals or on this plane, I feel like sometimes they cross our path and to get our attention, right? And it captures our attention to sort of pay attention, okay? So spirit is like, I'm trying to get your attention here. Hello? Can you please take a moment and allow yourself to hear, feel, or sense whatever it is that's coming in for you? Cut the nonsense. Stop with the overthinking, the chaos, the things going round and round in your head. It's not necessary. It's senseless. The more you communicate with the earth, the more you spend time outdoors or in the ocean or in water or out in the sun or out in the moonlight, the more you connect with that spirit communication, that spirit energy to bring you into alignment. Many things happen to our body when we stress ourselves out, when we're in stressful situations. Illnesses can come, all kinds of things stem from stress. And so I'm hearing these natives say, stress is not needed. You don't need stress. What does it do for you? It doesn't help you. It causes more confusion. And so that very real sense of earth energy is here to ground yourself, okay? For some, it might be the mountains, nature hike, nature walk. For some, it might be meditating in the grass or on the beach. For some of you, it's just being in the moment, just breathing in the air, maybe at night, under the stars. Okay? So, I feel that somebody is wrestling with a decision to go along with something or to stand in your integrity. All right? I feel like it's a decision. I feel like it's a decision for somebody who you've been in some sort of situation where you're not feeling truthful, like you're not being true to your beliefs, to your traditions, or whatever it is you believe in. I feel like you've compromised yourself because you don't want to cause waves, because you want to, don't want to have to deal with somebody who maybe values their own beliefs or opinions over yours, who isn't a compromising person maybe, or whatever. But I feel like you have sacrificed your integrity and you have gone along with certain things, not wanting to, kind of begrudgingly, because you just wanted to, you wanted to fit in, maybe. So you've been sort of contemplating, do I say something? Do I not? Do I stand, do I dare to stand alone and stand up for my beliefs? Do I dare to, do I dare to be different? I feel like for some of you, it could be maybe someone in your life that's a little younger, that's having trouble fitting in socially. And that they'll do whatever they need to do to fit in. And so they sacrifice their own integrity for that. And you're watching it, but you don't like it. Or you're that person who who has to work with people that, maybe you have to work with people that are not the kindest people, and you don't feel comfortable with the conversations. You don't feel comfortable with, whatever the situation is. And so that's why I feel like this grounding energy is here, to get into this space where you can breathe, okay? And you can ask for guidance. You can allow yourself to be guided and helped through this situation. Because look, right? Everything has a season. Seasons begin, seasons end. Something new comes in, something ends. Like in the fall, when it starts getting cold, the leaves shrivel up and they fall off the tree. And in the spring, they open up. The buds start forming, and they open up to a beautiful brand new leaf, right? So I think you're at the end of days where you are done compromising yourself. You're done compromising your integrity. You want to be the person who you really are. You want to believe what you really believe, and not succumb to the peer pressure. You want to be able to stand on your own and stand up for who you are, your beliefs. You don't want the stress anymore of being someone you're not. It's too much. It's too much for you. The winds of change is what I hear. The winds of change. The wind blows in. When the trees fall off, or the leaves fall off the trees, right? When the leaves fall off the trees in the change of seasons, the wind comes in, it blows them around, right? And then we clean up those leaves because they're no longer of use. They're kind of suffocating the grass or whatever it is. And so we make room for the coming season for the grass to be healthy and not suffocated by the massive leaves that fall off the trees. So, yeah, I feel like this is the winds of change. The wind comes in to blow away and to move the stuck energy that you've been experiencing. The wind comes in. The winds of change. And I'm hearing relax. It's just a shift. No reason to fear. The change is necessary, whatever it is. Some of you have come to the end of a soul agreement, the end of a cycle, okay? The end of something that was familiar to you, but the lessons have been learned, and whatever has been, and now it's time for new. Thank you, guides. See? Look at that. What I say about procrastination. I didn't look at these cards, guys. I mean, I shuffled them, I put them in the pile, and I felt the energy of this right here. Change your life. Right? Procrastination that you've experienced, this being stuck. It's time for change. And those winds of change are coming in. They move you to freedom. No longer carrying that burden of feeling stuck, of feeling confused, of overthinking, of a bunch of words, scenarios in your head. Stop the madness, is what I hear. Stop the madness and move forward, okay? Aren't you tired of being stuck? That's what I feel. I feel that energy. Aren't you tired of being stuck? Because being stuck is an illusion, okay? Look at this. Meditation. Take that time to clear your head. if for no other reason, not even intending to meditate, but breathing, closing your eyes, taking in the fresh air, to clear your head. You're clearing your energy. You're clearing out that chaos in your head when you do that. And it doesn't even have to be sitting in silence. You could be focused on something like, you know what I did? This was a couple years ago. Adult coloring. It brought me to a place where I was focusing on that. And nothing, it cleared out everything that was in my head and stressing me out. In those moments, I was focused on creating something. I was focused on that thing. And so that's why meditation is important, because you can get in that space where you're not focusing on anything in your head. You're letting it clear out. So this, I feel, is something that frees you from being stuck. Something that comes in and supports spiritual growth for you, right? And as you grow spiritually, it becomes easier to clear out the energy that has you stuck. And so, Spirit, thank you. And I feel like this is it. This is the message. This is everything that Spirit wanted you to know and wanting you to take in and to apply, to take what resonates with love, with respect, with honor, and to give thanks. Thank you, Earth Energies, for being here, for helping us through this situation, whatever it is, for helping us to come to that place where we can free ourselves from the chaos in our head. And what I hear is join the living. Join the living. That place within yourself to really come alive. Thank you, guides. Thank you so much for being here, supporting, listening, watching. Please don't forget to show your love by thumbs up or a comment or both, because you never know. What you share might help some other viewer, okay? Thank you so much, and God bless. Hey everyone, thank you for being here. If you chose pile number 4, you chose it because you were intuitively guided to it, and Spirit has a message just for you. So I have shuffled and prayed over the cards, and I have asked our guides to come in, and the cards that they chose for us, they chose them for a reason. There's a special message here for you. I'm going to step aside now and let Spirit come through with whatever message is here for us. And so this is a really powerful card, guys. This is a freaking transformation, okay? It's huge. And so there is an energy here of, I feel like this is huge transformation. Healing what was, I feel like it's a birth, a rebirth. It's time for transformation. It's time to, there's almost a mystical energy here, okay? And it is the person holding this, like crystal ball, right? With a fetus inside of it, or baby. He's looking in on this growing child, or this growing spirit here, right? And he's looking at it with amazement. And he doesn't, it's like he's manifesting and bringing to life this inner you, right? So this person is you, a magician, so to speak. This person is a very, like I said, I can't think of any other word but mystical. Like, like magical, right? I feel like this is like represents alchemy. Like you're recreating yourself. You're creating this new you that is like innocent, right? That like there's an innocence here. So you're sort of looking into this crystal ball, which is your soul. And you're like, this other, whatever's been going on, I don't like it anymore. I want this new me. I don't like me the way I was, the way I am. I want this new me. And so you're kind of reaching in and you're going, let me create this new me. Let me bring myself to life. Because I'm the one that's been holding my own self back. So you're coming in with this beautiful manifestation, rebirth, a redo, okay? A redo, because you're seeing yourself. You don't want to see yourself the way you have recently or in the past, okay? There's too many things, and it feels like you were in this like web, like you couldn't untangle it. Like when a necklace gets knotted and it's almost impossible to get the knot out of the chain, right? So it's sort of like you're like, I'm done, that's it. I can't be that person anymore. I can't be where I was anymore. I need change. And so you have this, the craving, the desire, it comes from your soul, not your head, right? It comes from your soul. And so you look in on your soul and you're like, I want to create this new me. I don't want the old life anymore. I feel like there was a lot of undiscovered talent within yourself or passion that you haven't held. Held. I was going to say held because what I was hearing was held back because you were holding yourself back. Either you didn't believe in yourself or you were allowing too much around you to affect you and dim your light, okay? To take away from your passion. I feel like this could be Pisces energy, Cancer energy, Cancer sign, Scorpio, something like that. I feel like you have this, no one can stop this now. This desire is becoming insatiable for you to create and to be in this new life. You dream of it. You don't always vocalize it, but you dream of it. And it makes you want to run away from your old life and start new, fresh. And you don't want any part of the past. Even people, you don't want any part of any of them. I feel like you've been sort of one of those people that you kind of wanted to be the go-to person, maybe. But you kind of got wrapped up in other people and you put aside your own desires. You wanted to be that. I feel like you were sort of like, you entertain people, you want to bring people into your home, you want to be the perfect host or hostess or organize something, but you've put so much into it that you lost something within yourself, okay? Yeah, that made other people happy. And even the people that were toxic, you brought them in to take part in your life. But you don't want that anymore. That's done. You're done. Yeah, you're done. I'm feeling that strong energy of, hey, I'm done. I have something special here. I want to explore me. And I no longer feel guilt. And I no longer fill my calendar, my schedule, with things for other people. Now it's my time. This is me. Okay? I want to experience me. All right? See here? You're sort of looking into this. See the mask here? Look. Let me see. Right here. And he's sort of like this person here within is reaching out. There's a masculine feminine energy that has to be balanced here. Okay? Because I feel like there was too much of one and not the other. Not enough of the other. So it's like this is a entertainer or something. See what I said about being a host or hostess? And he's like, she's reaching out to him through that glass. And she's reaching out like, listen, we're a part of each other. There is a balance needed here. We have to sort of come into this agreement together, to be in this together, because we are one. Okay? No more wearing that mask to disguise yourself. No more of that. It's time for truth, to let the inner beauty out, right? I feel like there's been a bit of overabundance of masculine energy, and it could be somebody in your life that is really bothering you, or you're not feeling, not only are you not feeling connected, you're resenting that person. And so this female energy comes through to say, stop with the resentment and just move forward, okay? Just move. I'm going to say it like it is, and I hope I don't get in trouble for swearing, but this is what I actually hear. I hear this woman screaming out, the female energy, right? Saying, I let you affect me in a negative way. And now I'm moving the fuck on, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that this person, this male energy is bad. It means that this female the energy has to be balanced, because she has allowed herself to feel obligated. And the energy, the relationship, however that was, friends, whatever it was, is not resonating with her. It hasn't for a while. But she, out of obligation, see, this is the thing about this energy here. I feel like this, I feel strong Pisces here. I feel like this person has been holding on and giving of yourself to the point where you're just mentally exhausted, or you were. And it was you were going to keep moving in that direction because that's what you felt you needed to do, that was expected of you. But you were allowing yourself to build that energy of resentment, of chaos. And because you didn't like this person's energy, it didn't mesh with yours, you created this story in your head that was above and beyond. It wasn't truth. The person that seems larger than life here, the masculine energy, okay, so I feel like it's not a situation where there was, where it was dysfunctional regarding someone abusing another. It was you that was holding yourself captive, okay? See that glass, how you're encased in it? You want out. You want out. You don't want to be that person anymore. So now you want to come out of that energy, take that mask off, and you want to balance it. And whether or not it means physically moving away from that person or just changing your perception, whatever it is, you're going to come into that space where you no longer feel beholden to them, obligated to them. It's because you are changing your perception and your view of the situation. Okay? You're moving into that space of balance where you're allowing the female energy, your creativity, your ability to manifest, all of that. You're balancing out that energy now. For some of you, it is a battle within yourself. And that's coming into balance. You're coming into truth. See this card, 28? 8 plus 2 is 10. 2 plus 8 is 10. You're coming to completion of that cycle now where you're moving on. You're getting the fuck out is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. You're getting out. However that resonates, whatever that means for you, you're moving past all that, okay? And so Spirit says, listen. You've lost who you were. See the family here? You put everything into all of that, and that's fine to be that responsible person, you know, the mother, the father, whatever it is you are. But see how you let everybody else. You have given everything to everybody. But at the end of the day, you look in the mirror. Who am I? What about my needs? What about the things that I want? Why am I working tirelessly to be that hostess or be that, you know, that person who burns the candle at both ends? Why? In the grand scheme of things, what does that do? And so you look in the mirror and you see pieces of you that you don't recognize. And you're done. You will still be that parent, that guardian, that spouse or whatever, but you're balancing out that energy now. You're going to pay attention to your needs. You're going to see the you that you really are inside. This is a transition for you. You're going to be saying no. You're going to be taking time to yourself, and you're not going to fill your calendar anymore with activities and events that leave you exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally. You're going to step away from people who cause you to feel drained, energy vampires maybe. You're going to pay attention to your needs. You've been feeling lack. You've been wanting love, a relationship, romance. And you haven't felt as if it's anywhere close to you. But listen, you have shut the door on that yourself. You've done this because you have such a strong will. This is where I feel Cancer energy comes in. You have such a strong will to close the door on things. And it takes a lot for you to reopen that door or walk through a different one. The energy that you have and the energy you spend on making sure that you don't allow any room for love, for joy. You do that to yourself, guys. Okay? And then you blame it on the other person or things in your life. But you put yourself there. And I'm not being critical because I love you all. But you do put yourself in those positions. I know people who are of the water energy that overwhelm themselves with having to be that workhorse, constantly working, constantly keeping themselves busy for whatever reason. And it takes its toll on you. And so I feel there's this transformation. If you haven't gone through it already, you will. Where you realize life is more than just being that go-to person. That's nice. It's nice to be that person that everyone can count on. but you have to be that person that you can count on. That transformation's coming in. See how she took the mask? The mask is sitting off to the side, and she's looking at herself now. The pieces of herself that truly belong. And so magic happens. Peace comes in. Because now you want to be. You no longer want to be that hostess for your own pity party. You want to be the queen of happiness, of peace, of love, of joy, stability. Because then all the chaos might still be there, but you're not going to allow yourself to be in the middle of it anymore. Because it didn't serve you. You're going to see it in a whole new light. I feel it. I feel that in June, something kind of happens or comes to light where you're like, F this shit. Okay? I'm going to live for me. I want my life to mean something without having to get approval from others. Without having to, rely on others to make me feel better. You're going to come to that place where you don't need that anymore. I almost hear, this is funny because I almost heard like an angelic, like music. She came to the realization. He or she. I feel like this is female here, though. So I feel like you're coming into this beautiful place where you value yourself and you long for that peace. Look at that dove. Look at that dove. Right? She's valuing that peace, that light. And she's shining, vibrating. That inner light is coming out. And not because of anybody else, because of you. You're doing this, guys. I do feel like this is an energy of water energy. The water signs. Yeah, I don't feel like you're going to be as combative, or I don't feel like you're going to be the yes person so much anymore. I feel like you're going to not do those parties that you used to do, not host this or that, and not sign up for things that take up most of your time. It's going to all work out where it's going to balance out, and you're going to be able to have the time you need, but not force it upon yourself. I don't know. I feel like it's just a cleansing, peaceful calm that comes over you, and you're not going to want to go back to the chaos. That busy life where you don't have time to breathe or think or get in touch with your guides, your spirit, your spiritual side. This is coming into focus now. I feel it. Summertime, you're going to be really experiencing these profound changes. And you're going to love who you are. It's not going to be masked anymore by activity or events or parties or whatever. You're going to have time to love you. So important. Wow, that is such a great energy that comes in. Love that. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, guys. Whoever this applies to. It's not necessarily water signs. It could be anybody. But I felt that strong energy. I felt Pisces a lot in this one. Again, it could be anybody. So I hope you have enjoyed. I hope that whatever resonates that you appreciate and be thankful to your guides, and that you look forward to a beautiful change in your life, because you are so worthy and you are so deserving of loving you. Okay, I'm going to end this reading and to let you guys know that I'm with you, I love you, and I'm happy to be the messenger and someone who learns and grows with you. Please enjoy your day and the week ahead. And until next time, love and light and peace to you all. Namaste.